Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, for all of you, again, that are drift boaters, right? Doesn't matter if it's an aluminum boat, if it's a clackercraft, if it's a tune in a frame, a full-size raft, 14-foot sunrunner, something like that. It doesn't matter, right? You've got oars that are on it. You got to have something that's going to be comfortable, light, durable, and strong enough to be able to get you in and out of trouble, because that's exactly how it works, right? You get yourself into trouble, you better be able to pull your way out. Well, you guys have been making these things for, well, one, how many years now?
Oh, so it's been about 6 years.
6 years. In the beginning, you guys did a kickstart kind of thing, and people really started to learn more about Edge and how Gary actually decided he was going to design these things.
Right.
And yeah, can you share that real quick story that you had about why he designed these the way that he did?
Yeah, his version is that he got tired of taking his wife on a drift boat. She always had a rod in hand, and she would outfish him because he spent the time rowing. Oars were heavy ash wood oars.
Yes.
So he designed something that's featherweight and literally weighs less than a pound, so that she can finally row and he can finally fish.
Well, when he says under a pound, everyone, this blade, which is obviously going to be extremely durable, it's all the way across, made of
Corcel foam, fully floating, covered with carbon fiber, abrasion resistant. It's space age technology that's done by a hockey company that we own.
Okay. This weighs more than the stick does. Pretty cool. I mean, it really is just one of those things where you might go, okay, is that going to be too light? I mean, I'm not going to speak for your company. I'm going to say from my own personal experience that there might be, sticks out there that might be able to take, if you got wedged into a rock and you're trying to pull yourself off with heavy force in the back, where you might bend a wood oar, an old school Carlisle. Remember those, right? Wrapped in plastic, but had the aluminum down the middle, and you bend them too much, they wouldn't go back straight again, but we won't go there. You're probably not going to want to put these in that situation, but number one, you're not going to want to put yourself in that situation.
Right.
But they're so light that you can literally row all day long, and you're really not going to feel it.
Yep. So carbon fiber is a third of the weight of aluminum.
Right.
So you're getting the weight savings, and all that comes back into just a longer time on the river. You're saving your shoulders. It's easier to maneuver. There's no delayed reaction where they're bending and releasing energy. So you get a quick. If you need to move really quick, like get up and go, carbon fiber is the way to do it.
Right, and they're very, very comfortable. I have had some experience with them. There's other manufacturers out there that have come up with their own designs and different things, and they're all, nice oars. Don't get me wrong by any means. They make a great product. But one I've never seen, and it may have well been around forever, I've never seen it, is that these are actually adjustable.
Yep.
Now, again, I try to keep myself apprised of everything that's going on out there. Again, this may have been done before. I don't know. But these are adjustable. You can this is a, 9-foot oar?
This is. So with the blade, it makes a 9-foot oar.
Okay.
And I'm going to take this out here because there's a clip on the inside, and the handle that goes inside of the actual shaft gives you right at around about 6 to 9 inches of adjustment, depending on what you're looking for when you're actually sitting in a drift boat. So you can push it all the way in, you can take it out, or you can take it out even more. So, and all you do is you adjust, and then you tighten down. There's a clip on the inside, and you're good to go. Now, I have really long arms, and an oar that was 9 foot long or 8.5 or 9.5 was never perfect for me. For me, like 9.2 is the perfect length, and it's a pain to try to get a manufacturer to make a 9'2" oar.
Sure.
To make you jump through hoops, you have to do your own trimming, you have to be like a CNC specialist. So we said, look, there's got to be a solution that makes it easy for guys that are hopping from a metal boat to a raft.
Sure. And
they want shorter or longer, and they can do that without having to invest in another set of oars.
Sure.
And the decision was, hey, we're going to make an adjustable handle to make it easier for guys. Life hack, a lot of our guys are taking the heat warmers in the winter, and they're stuffing them down into a handle, and now you've got a handle that maintains its warmth as you're rowing down.
Okay, now that's one. Yeah, come on, you big wuss.
I'm telling
but number two,
sign me up. That's me. I'm the big wuss.
That's pretty darn smart. I would not have thought about that. That's pretty cool because it can get cold out there. All right, so number one piece oar. You've got your own oar locks and stoppers, is that correct?
Yep. So they're made by Headwaters Marine.
Okay.
Exclusive partnership with them. They make rafts as well. Sean and Ben Hill.
Sure.
The actual lock goes in and locks, so you can use it as an oar right when you're on the river. If you don't like to have it locked in place, you just flip it around and it becomes an oor stop.
Okay. So more like old school, where it would just stop right here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's reversible, but if you want it to have locked in, it'll stay locked in. Now, the entire system floats. So as you're going down in the river, that oar will be in the top of the water column.
Right. It's not going to fall on you.
It won't. You're not going to be doing the guide reach. When you're always looking for the oar handle.
That might help you not get the chin check as well when you're. You know what I'm talking about. Going down sideways, not paying attention, whack! Because that oar is all the way down. Hurts just thinking about it right now. Nearly threw my dad out of the boat on the Deschutes one time back in the, that would have been the late 80s when we were running that river a lot. You ever watch a 200-plus pound man all of a sudden pole vault? That's exactly how it happened, is that oar went down into the water, shot straight up into his shoulder, under his shoulder, and straight out the other side of the boat. Trust me on that one, that was not cool at all. You said what again, Ryan? I'm sorry. Okay, we got a question for you.
Yep. Let's
throw this in. We got Mark from Selwood. He's got a question about oars. Mark, can we help in some way? What's your question for Alex from Edge?
Question is, I want to know, I have a 15-foot diamondback drift boat, and I was wondering about the size of the oars, and he was talking about that little thing he has on there. Does those oars come with its own little thing to put inside the oars there, the holder?
It does, but we'll let Alex answer that question. He's got a 15-foot drift boat, and your question is, are you curious about the length of the oars that you would need?
Yeah, the length, because I noticed he has two different styles. He has that the long one, and he has the fatter one, which is probably pulls more water, or is it for a...
Yes, when you're talking about the blades themselves, this is what I would call the only, you're going from deep water to shallow water. This is the best all-around blade. In my design, or in my theory, the design of this is perfect. The other one is a low water design. Pros and cons either way. How long of an oar would you suggest? Is it all about the body size of the oarsman?
It's actually all about the width of the boat or the raft.
Oh.
So the industry recommendation has always been you want to have 1/3 of the oar in and 2/3 of the oar out. And the rough math on this, so if you measure the inner diameter of your raft or your boat, multiply it by 1.5. Now, there's an actual formula where you divide by 2, subtract 3, carry the 1, and you can find it. But trust me, measure the width of your boat, multiply it by 1.5, and that'll arrive at like 9, 9.2, 9.3, 9.4. Now, you typically can't get a 9.1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, but you can with the adjustable handles. But if you take the width of your boat or your raft, multiply it by 1.5, it'll land you at the oar length that would be optimal. Now, if you've got long arms like me, or T-Rex arms like some of my friends, you're going to want to make some adjustments, and that's what these are for.
I get it. Makes perfect sense. Mark, don't go anywhere. I want to make sure we get your question answered. I'm just up against a break here, everyone. We'll be back with Alex talking about oars in just a minute or two. Don't go anywhere.